Okay. Yep, my mic's on. That's good. Great. Let me just make sure I got everything on here. Do I got everything on? Yeah, I got everything on. I mean, all the stuff I usually do. Mic on. Mic. Okay. That's a that's a Vocaloid joke. It's just a reference actually. Excuse me. Speaking of mics, this one's different. This is a different microphone. You might hear it crackle a little bit. I've heard it like kind of catch in some recordings. I didn't want to grab my nice mic. There's no one even gonna show up. No one's even gonna show up. I mean, Robin's here. No one besides Robin is gonna show up. I have to say that every time, or else Robin gets offended. So the mic quality, whatever. It's no big deal. You'll hear some little tunes. Plinky plunky. Get used to them. Get used to them. I hope you like them because that's what we're going to be listening to for the next 2.5 hours. Now let me see. I got different buttons on this computer. There we go. And hello everyone. Hi. How's it going? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to be working. And boy oh boy, don't I have a beautiful face over there? This is part of what we're working on. This is 1/3 of it. I dare say even this is less than 1/3 of it. This is maybe like 1/4 of it. I still need to make a thingy. A thumbnail. I need to make a thumbnail for the next series, which is it's gonna be after this. I got too many things on my plate. I'm spinning too many plates, and they're all full of food. Everyone is full of food, and the food is just spilling everywhere, and it's a terrible time. Everyone is having an awful time. I maybe look a little funny. I maybe look a little different. I don't really look different. I look the same, but maybe my mouth isn't flapping as much as usual. There's a reason for that, and it has to do with this. See how focused I am, right? I need my mouth to stay open longer so I'm not constantly looking down at the screen, and it would weird you out. So that's why. Thanks for noticing. Just kidding. I know you didn't notice, but I wanted to tell you anyways. Yeah, here's what we're working on. We got a timer. We got a little thing in the corner. The little thing in the corner and the timer. Actually, they're both related. This is a little game. I guess it's a game. Maybe it's more of an application. My mic keeps peaking. Peaking. Let me turn it down a little. That should be better. Maybe a little too much. There we go. What was I saying? Yeah, it's kind of a game. It's not really a game. It's more like an application. It's like a social space. It's called On Together, and there's a link in the description if you want to check it out. It's essentially like a focusing tool, plus a chat room. It's meant to be a virtual third space for you to work in. You can collect tickets to get new gear for your character. You can see down the corner there's a little bunny and a little cat sitting at the table. That is Robin, our our favorite and lovely and charitable moderator, hanging out. Everyone say hi to Robin. I'm also there. There's a little gray bunny. You can't see it. There's supposed to be a black spot on the gray bunny, but just because of the way the overlay works, it's kind of broken. You can't actually see the spot. But yeah, that's us. We're going to be hanging out down there. You'll see there are 2 timers. There's a big one in the top right corner, and there's a little one in the bottom left corner. Those are both timers. They're both Pomodoro style, so we're going to be working for 25 minutes, and then we're going to be taking little breaks every so often. And then after we do, I've done 4 in the past, but typically I do 5 when I'm actually working, when I actually sit down and try to do things. Typically I do 5. So that should give us about, 2.5 hours of work. That should be a solid stream, and then we'll call it a night. If anyone's here afterwards, there is like a 15-minute break period where I'll probably just yap. And I don't know, maybe I'll answer questions if anyone has questions. I don't know why you'd have questions, but maybe you have questions. Maybe if somebody besides Robin shows up, somebody will have questions. But for the time being, I feel like that won't be the case. We're going to be drawing for the first part here. I'm actually just going to start the timer and get to work. I'm gonna talk while I do this. So I'm going to hit this. I'm going to get focused. I'm in the zone, but I'm going to keep yapping. So yeah, I don't know if we'll work on this for the entirety of the stream. Like I said, I have some other projects to be doing. So we might hop over to those. To those. We might hop over. Or we might just work on this. This is the part I finished. There's another section here. It's this. And you might be asking, why are you drawing yourself, you narcissist? And okay. First off, how dare you? Second, I just opened a new Blue Sky. And I'm also changing around my blogs. So I want some material just to put out there and be like, hey, hello everyone. You know how I do? You know how I do that? Hello everyone. I do that thing every once in a while. So that's what it's for. So it's a little comic, right? So it's just going to be like, hi, this is me. And then here's what I do. And then the last panel is going to be this one where it's just full body, extra rare, Junco legs. Yeah, I know. It's honestly very astonishing. How the heck how to peck? That just gets worse the more I add to it. Yeah, so it's just like a little hi, a little hello. Here's what I do. And that's what we're going to be working on. So I already started the timer, so I'm going to keep working at things here. I did futz with the idea of, and by futz I mean I rolled it around in my head for a minute like a fine wine. And I thought maybe I would get some like lo-fi, some royalty-free lo-fi. This really is the style of stream that needs some lo-fi, and I think streaming anymore is just like that's what you do. You put on some royalty-free lo-fi, and you win, right? You win the game. You play the lo-fi, you win the game. So I hear. I don't know. I saw Gotham Chess was doing it. Gotham Chess is like crappy AI Gen lo-fi, and I thought, oh yeah, that's what streamers do, don't they? They just put on lo-fi and then they win. But yeah, lo and behold, if you can't tell how bitter I am, I looked around for like half an hour. Lo-fi is just dead. Lo-fi is just dead. The AI, the robots ate it all and spat it back out. I do have a collection of royalty-free music. I've played it before. I tried to get a lot more of it. I have like a little repository of royalty-free music. Or like, you know, not royalty-free, but it's part of the Creative Commons. I don't know, I could put it on. But I thought this would just be easier, right? Like, on together handles, the timers. It's got a great little to-do list feature. It's just good, and it's got this little suite of music, and they promote streaming. They're very open of it. I mean, like, it's a focus app, right? So they'd be shooting themselves in the foot if they were condemning people from streaming their game. It's been a contentious point in the past. But, what am I trying to say here? Yeah, they got music. They got music, and it's okay. Honestly, I don't love it. But it does, like, it does accomplish a certain thing that lo-fi music doesn't, and that's kind of aimlessness. When I have this program on, I honestly forget it's playing music. And I think that's just because it's so bleh. It's so kind of like, I don't know, it's good, right? Like, it's quality, it's jaunty. But it's just Not like a tune, you know? It's not a beat. Oh, I forgot my bow tie. Chad, I forgot my bow tie. Better make amends to that. How has everyone's Wednesday been? Is everyone having a good Wednesday? I do have the stream on a low latency mode. Which means two things. It means YouTube is yelling at me for not giving it enough bitrate. Even though it seems like the stream's fine, we're not dropping frames. Let me know if things are jittery, I guess. It should be fine. Robin did a lot of cleaning. Love to hear it, Robin. Keeping your nest spick and span. The one thing with streaming, there's a lot of things with streaming drawing. First off, nobody likes it. It's boring. Secondly, it uses just enough resources on my computer that there's a small delay, and it is quite annoying. What do my hands look like again? Probably a little chunkier around the wrist here. Do I got like a... Yeah, I do. When you have to reference yourself, you'd be surprised how often that happens. The amount of times I'll be drawing and just need to flex my hand in a certain way. Now you might be thinking to yourself, probably not. I know I'm not. I don't think very often. But you might be thinking to yourself, why are you redoing the sketch? And let me tell you, chat, the reason nobody likes me that's uncalled for. How do I want to phrase this? The reason I am not well established, let's say, is because I don't work quickly. I'm not a quick worker. I'm a slow worker. I should move this up. And so part of that is I'm dumb and I insist on sketching until I'm content with a piece. I wouldn't technically call this a work. I don't know. I mean, I get it's just a drawing, right? This is just kind of like something I'm throwing together. It's not like I'm illustrating right now. But yeah, a big reason I work much slower than my contemporaries is because I insist on doing drafts. So lo and behold, we're not beholding because I am slow. I don't know if that joke really worked. I should have just gone with slow and behold. Yeah, that would have been funny. Shoot. Yeah, so I'm just going over things here. I don't know if you can see the sketch here is kind of fuzzy. It was a previous drawing that I resized. So that's another reason why I just want to go through things here, clean it up a bit before we get to doing some line work. I really should try to not that the head is incorrect, but it's probably not aligned the best. But that's okay. There we go. Right, and you get in the little things where you fix the mouth. Look, that mouth looks much cuter. That's what we want. Hey, a serial redoer. I'm not that bad. I mean, like, I eventually get to a point where I'm content with a thing. That or I just give up. I'm not constantly redoing the same thing. But there's usually you can improve on things, right? A few drafts, you can always improve on a drawing. That's why I don't know. When I watch people draw, and this is very pretentious of me. I'm going to lead with that. When I watch people draw, I often think, why aren't you trying harder? You know, even people who are really good, and they just launch into things. They just launch into like a drawing, especially character designers like myself. They'll just launch into shapes and contours, which you know, everybody works differently. That's kind of the big thing. Everybody works differently, and I don't work that way. And so when I watch people doing that, when I watch people just launch themselves into contours and kind of like just finalizing their drawing as they're sketching, I get the bad feels. I wouldn't call it the bad feels. It seems to me counterproductive. Like, why throw away the potential to do better for the sake of getting a thing done quickly? You know, getting something done quickly is almost never a good fuel, in my opinion. But then I dropped out of college twice, so clearly I struggle with deadlines. I don't love this hand. Why don't I love this hand? Because the fingers are too long, maybe? I want to just squidge that in. Kinda. I don't love this thumb either. What are we doing with this thumb? I might have to redo that. I just don't like the way it's angled. Would it make more sense if it came out here? Not really. Would it make more sense if it went over this way? Makes more sense, just doesn't look good. The best part about streaming, Robin, is you can just pretend no one's around. It doesn't feel like anyone's watching because I know they're not. Deep down, I know no one's watching this. Yeah, I kind of hate this. I kind of hate this hand, but like I said, we're not trying to do an illustration here, so I might just put up with it. And sometimes this happens too, you just kind of get in your head, right? Like, is anything really the matter with this? No, probably not. There's not much point in sketching the finery there. I'm probably just going to do that in when we do line art. This is maybe a little too curvy. That's not bad. Maybe I'll just bring this arm in. Yeah, there we go. That looks okay. And you might be thinking to yourself, why do you keep flipping the canvas? Old habit. It's a good habit, but an old one. I think I probably said this in the last Work With Me Wednesday. Helps you see flaws in your work. And boy, are there a lot of flaws. Okay, well, that'll do, I guess. Do I even really want to resketch these little things? I don't know if I do. I might just launch into line art on those. They're so simple, you know? So I'm just using the ink pen tool or whatever it's called in this version, I guess just pencil. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. I might even start with the little things just because they're easy. Maybe I'll use a real tiny because these are meant to be like background elements. And I'm going to cheat here and just do some straight lines. Yeah, whatever. It's okay if it's kind of clunky looking. It's meant to just sort of be background, cartoon sort of thing. So with this part of the process, you're going to see me undo a lot and redo the same line over and over again. I once had a friend tell me they didn't understand why I did that. And I don't really... I mean, I kind of did just explain it, but that doesn't really do it justice. When you're doing line art, when I do line art, the way I was taught to do line art is that you're seeking kind of like the perfect line. And that doesn't always mean what it sounds, right? The perfect line doesn't mean you're following your sketch one for one. It just means that the line looks fluid and it works where you want it to. And part of that is redoing the same line 170 million times until you get it right. Because sometimes you really do need to follow the sketch, and other times it's okay to just kind of go bonkers. So you'll see here, I'm kind of making an effort to follow the idea that I gave myself. But then, say on this eraser that I just drew, I decided, well, I don't really want it to be that cartoonishly squishy looking. So I just won't do that. Do I want little... I don't think I care that much. You know, and once you get into line weight and feathering, there's a whole bunch of kind of issues that crop up. Does that look stupid? A little, honestly. Yeah. What if I do something like this? No, this still looks stupid. Maybe just one? Sure. Just want to give it a bit of, like, rigidity. Even then, I don't really like how that's coming down. Alright, that'll do. This I might just do on, like, a color layer. There's a little, do I even want to do... I think this button I might just do all on a color layer 2. Man, why do I stream when I can't talk? I don't know. I'm empowering all the people with speech impediments. You go. Let's go, morons. Let's get on the, let's get recognized on the internet. Our day is finally here. I kind of wanted this to look less stupid, but here we are. This is supposed to be a little screen, so I might give it a bit of depth here. Do people even watch stuff on their tablets? Gen Alpha still isn't old enough to be on YouTube, are they? It's the only generation I can see watching stuff on their tablets. Gen Z's too glued to their phones. What am I glued to? Dunno. My wife? Doesn't even look like a tablet. Add some buttons to it. That'll make it look like a tablet. Yeah. Honestly. Yeah, that did kind of work. This one's a little too chunky. Let me trim that down a little. Do I have any fun anecdotes? Not really. Today I went into town and I mailed a parcel. I sold some books on eBay. That was cool. The buyer, unfortunately for me, fortunately for them, they got a good deal on shipping because they paid for a mode of shipping that eBay then, only after they had bought, only after they had purchased, eBay came to me and said, hey buddy, hi, this form of shipping, this one that they bought, yeah, we don't want to do that. We actually don't like that one. Why? Well, you're stinky and we just don't want to. And honestly, I sound like I'm being facetious here. I sound like I'm being kind of petty. I went to the same company's website. I went to manually do it, to ship through their services. There was no problem. There was no problem with it. I could do it just fine. It was literally just because eBay did not want to do the, I don't know, behind the scenes legwork required, even though they still had to do some form of behind the scenes legwork so that I could ship through UPS. Riddle me that. I think I'm going to do this stuff on the screen on a color layer too. And I'll do like a little thing for the book. So needless to say, that sucked. I essentially had to just like flip the bill, the remainder of the bill on the shipping to pay for UPS's slightly more premium service. Which it wasn't even that better. It wasn't even great. It was just like, oh, it's probably more secure and it's fast, maybe, I guess. So I was a little miffed by that. But I just ate it. You know, I could have contacted the buyer and said, listen, eBay's kind of playing me here. Can you pay me more? But what they paid basically covered about 2/3 of it, and like whatever. Whatever. Live and learn, I guess. What else can I do about that? Cry about it? Don't tempt me with a good time. I had a project once where I had to animate a page flipping. Sorry, I just lost in the past there for a second. It was fine. I think I got a decent grade on it. We were it's a classic animation exercise when you're learning secondary forms. You do, well, we did a flag, you do some kelp under the water, and you also do a book. The page turns over, flip, and that's how you learn how to do it. It's Everyone Tucks. Hey, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Oh, is that the first timer already? Dang, it is. All right, well, guess we gotta take a break. What good timing? You make good timing. Everything sucks. What was I saying? What was I saying? The book, right? Right. I had to animate a page of a book. Sorry, I'm looking at it now, and this page is sort of off perspective. You're not supposed to work during a break. Don't follow my lead, okay? Do as I say, not as I do. You take a break. I'm going to keep working. This is usually what happens when I'm on Pomodoro. Oh, it's break time. Oh, but I just have this one little tiny thing to fix. Oh, it won't take much. It won't take long. Exactly 5 minutes later. Oh, good. I'm glad I got that. Bing. No, my break. What was I saying? What was I saying? The page. Yes, the page. The page for me, the page I animated. So I animated this page and I brought it to the professor and I said, hey, professor, could you critique my work? That was a big part of this course, is being open about critique and bringing your stuff to the professors. So I bring my stuff over and I go, hi, professor, what do you think? And he flips through my animation. He goes, yeah, no, the movement's pretty solid. The movement's pretty solid. You can make some small adjustments here. Your timing's really good though. But just like nailing the movement through this segment or whatever could be improved. And I go, okay, great, super, thanks, professor. And then he sends me off with or how did it go? I'm pretty sure I asked. I was like, is there anything else I can do to improve? And he just like hits me with a pause. He turns to me and he says, well, you could just draw the book better, I guess. Just total shade. Just absolutely backhanded comment. Well, the book you drew kind of sucked. You could do it better. And I don't know, maybe he meant add some finery. Maybe he meant make it prettier, you know, kind of like a fairy tale or something. Who knows? But just the way he said it. Yep, this is it. This is it, chat. This is us taking a break. Are you having fun? Are you having a good break? What should we do on our break? You should stretch your hands. You should get up and walk around a little bit. Have a drink of water. Chat, do y'all have some water? I'm going to take a sip of water right here. I'm going to do it right now. It's important to stay hydrated. I guess I can kind of like zoom out. I can zoom out so that anybody looking at the stream has like a good view. It is very strange seeing myself. I am drawing myself. Is this a self-portrait? I guess it is, isn't it? We've made some okay progress for like half an hour of drawing. I still don't love how this book looks. I need to correct some more things. I'll figure it out. It's honestly, I'm having to restrain myself so much right now from drawing anymore. That's the thing. That's the downside of the Pomodoro. It's great. It's good for you. It's good for your eyes. It's good for your muscles. It's good for your attention. But when you are neurodivergent and you get hyperfixated into things, see, look, I can't stop myself. Just picked up the pen. I can't help it. When you get hyperfixated, that's just all you want to do. You know? You just want to do the thing that you set out to do, which is rare. It's very rare. I remember once I got so hyperfixated on this map I was making for a D&D campaign that I woke up in the middle of the night. I didn't wake up, actually. I couldn't sleep. That was the problem. I was too busy thinking about the map. An autobiography, I think I don't know. That depends. Are you writing? You know, if I write on this, you know, That doesn't look like it says Junco at all. Is this just a signature, or is it still an autobiography? Where do we draw the line between drawings and writing? We'll be adding some text to this in a moment. Oh, hey, there's the tome. You can get back to work. Another 25 minutes, everyone. Let's get back into it. I think here, right? That's what's kind of bugging me. I don't like how that looks. I don't know why. Maybe it just needs to come out a bit more. Yeah, does that look silly? Kind of. Yeah. Okay, I think this looks better. Tidy up this line a little bit. Get rid of that artifact. Okay. The exercise we did after... I'm calling them exercises. They were not exercises. These were assignments. They were very demanding. I say as an individual who dropped out of college twice. Kids, stay in school. Stay in school, you become a cardboard box like me. From what I've heard, actually, it's pretty common these days for kids to say, I want to be an influencer. When I grow up, I want to be a YouTuber. All right. Sure thing, Fernando. I think I gotta bring this in a little. I mean, I got into it because I won't say I'm desperate. I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there. But, I don't know. Just a different way to try to foster community. Which I kind of hate saying, because am I obfuscating the fact that I just want, like, clout? I don't think I want clout, is the thing. You know? Do I want to make things work? Would I like an audience? I don't know. Sometimes I think about that. Like, well, I'm gonna make things anyways. It doesn't matter. Like, from my perspective, sure, one way or another. Is it better if somebody's listening? I guess. Here in the void, it's all the same. I did turn my mic back on. Wouldn't that be funny if I was just sitting here flapping my gums? If I write me into a manuscript, I mean, I do believe that, you know, I think there's a law against that, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure I, as an entity, am part of the Creative Commons. But you can always slap one of those, you know, any likeness to an individual, living or deceased, is purely coincidental, and then you're all good, right? You're all good. So, in a roundabout way, I'm giving you consent. Yes, you can put me in a manuscript. I'd rather you be nice to me in the manuscript, but I have no control over your creative dispositions. Okay, so we got a book. I'm gonna just, like, thicken this line up a little bit. Oh, I know this is gonna look terrible once I zoom out. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. Whatever. We'll just keep on plucking away. It's a background element. Don't have to fuss with it too much. It's not exactly the shape I was going for, but it works, I guess. Here, maybe if we just like add some... Yeah, that's alright. Looks like a feather now, right? Kinda, maybe. Just make an adjustment through here. Oh, that looks bad. That looks bad. So, here's more of that line art lesson I was trying to give you earlier. Don't do what I'm doing right now. Don't do this. This is poor form. This isn't quite feathering, but I am doctoring my lines, which makes them look stupid and bad, if you know what you're looking for. I should just do like art lessons online. Oops. I say as I make a mistake. What if Bob Ross was made of cardboard? Yeah, the problem with that is that I'm bad. Digital is very tricky. For as much heavy lifting that the computer does, how do I want to put this? The lack of texture is very... It's confusing to the brain. And I don't even have a brain. Like when I do traditional work, something about it just massages the wrinkles in my lobes. It feels good. But digital just feels not great, usually. I don't know. Once you get into like layer properties, it's nice. Yeah. Yeah, like this, right? Doing this, brush strokes, and just the lack of tactility. It, especially with doing line art. My line art on traditional is much... it's a double-edged sword, right? You'll see this little thing up here. That's a stabilizer. And that makes it so that my lines don't look like garbage, because without this on, my lines would look like this, because my hands shake. So when I'm doing traditional work, I have to be extra careful when I'm drawing lines. I have to like go out of my way to plot out how I'm going to approach a line. But then because I'm in a physical medium, I have friction, right? So I can go slow. So I can take my time and make a line look pretty. Whereas like going slow in digital, right? You'll see how lumpy this line is. But if I try the same line quickly, the stabilizers take effect. And I can futz with the stabilizers. I can turn them like just to something stupid high so that I can go a little slower. And it does give me more control. But it only does so much. Anyways, getting off track. Yeah, I guess it's just this fella. Do I want a bigger brush? I think maybe a 4 for Junco. Is that too big? Yeah, let's try a 4. For me? A 4? For me? For me? This joke's not going anywhere. Yeah, as always in these streams, if I just go quiet, it's because I'm focused. I am trying to maintain one eye on chat. But if I miss something, my most ardent apologies. Frankly, we should yeah, do something like that. There we go. That still doesn't look right. I think the perspective on this is just wank. Wank? Yeah, you know what? Not what I wanted to say, but I'll stick with it. It's all wanked up. I daren't say the other form. What else it could be. Fortunately, these streams are not promoted to children. What am I on here? I'm on 3. Great. So as I go through this part, I can kind of describe more what I'm talking about with line work, because you'll see it. You'll see it more prevalently here, where I'm being a little more careful with my line weight and how it connects, and trying to get these lines a little crisper. Whereas these ones I was kind of just effing around, right? Like background details, sure, whatever. Who gives a hoot? Is that... no, that's too high. That'll have to do for now. Thought about maybe working on the Kirby video today, but I have a feeling no one would enjoy me writing a script. Although maybe when I record, because I'm gonna need to record a little bit for that, maybe I could just do that on stream. You can all be present while I go through my lines. Always blows my mind how much making a video, like time and effort, it takes to make a video. Like, no wonder us lazy goofballs just get into streaming. So much easier. Yeah, I'll stick with the 3 for this section. Remember that part I said where I talk more about what I'm doing with my line art and then I just kept working and didn't explain what I'm doing? It turns out I'm incapable of transmitting thoughts while I am locked in. Something whack about this pinky. I think it's just too long. Maybe I should even just try to move it. Try to do like one of these. Does that look better? We're getting a weird tangent there. Can I maybe just like squeeze it in? Get out of here for a sec. What do I drink? Sometimes I'll have like a G&T or typically I stick with cider. I can't really drink beer. Wine, white wine, a nice white wine, a nice Riesling. Oh, you mean like a beverage. Water mostly. I just drink a lot of water. Sometimes I have some juice. Oh, I also drink a lot of coffee. Not a lot. Tea. Typically in a day, I'll have at least a coffee and a tea. I try to limit myself to 2 caffeinated beverages a day. Does this look dumb? Does this look dumb? The constant struggle. The constant struggle of drawing. Is this dumb? Did I do this dumb? I'm still trying to do it, so it can't be completely wrong. Let me try to lower this a little more. Get out of there. That doesn't look right. Maybe I'll even bring this like here. Yeah, that reads okay. That reads okay. Sure. Sure, fine. Fine. Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna stop looking at it. Got the little bow tie that I definitely didn't forget. This should almost be... right? Maybe not. What do we got? 3 more minutes? 4 more minutes? And maybe get the line art done. I can maybe speed run the rest of this. Another plus side of digital drawing is it's pretty. There's a pretty low barrier to entry. You can really get into it with just a mouse and a piece of software. It's not fantastic to use a mouse. Obviously, if you want to have higher fidelity, you want a drawing tablet. But pick up a copy of Greta and you got a mouse so you can draw, right? Like, you can do art now. No, Robin, you're thinking of that movie with the rat. You're thinking of Anyone Can Cook. Anyone Can Cook. You're thinking of Ratsars? You're thinking of Pixar's Ratatouille. Ratatouille. No, I'm just joking. Robin's right. Anyone can draw. But that don't mean everyone should draw. I'm joking. Everyone probably should draw a little. Probably just objectively good for your brain. You know what I mean? Should I line art the stickers? I think I'll just do them in color. But we're about to run out of time, so I don't want to do another. So I'm just gonna grab this color and I'm gonna whatever, chat. You know how it is in this crazy world. I might have to go get a color reference. Bonkers. I can probably just make them up. I always struggle with that. Should I try to eyeball the colors and keep every design unique? Or should I stick to a pre-formatted color palette? Color is such a fluid aspect of art. And yet, consistency in design, very important. That's another thing, folks. That's another thing. We did it. Don't forget to save your work. I almost forgot. I just saved now. There's another little 5-minute break. You did it. Good job, everyone. You're doing great. We only got 3 more of these things. Almost forgot to mute my mic. Took a little sip. How's everyone doing? Holding out? Hanging in there? Do I want to keep working on this? That is the question. Do I want to work on this? Doot. Do I want to work on this? Doot. If I were me, normally, typically I tend to shift gears around now. I tend to just sort of putz. I've been told in the past that saving the work you really want to get into as like a lure is a good way to motivate yourself. However, That doesn't work when you just are constantly stressed and you want to get everything done all at the same time. So, you know, that's something. I could keep working on this and realistically finish it in another few sessions, but I don't know. I think I might do some sketching instead. We could sketch this. The pose is cute. It definitely needs a lot more work, right? Definitely needs a lot more work. What I'm torn with right now is that watching me do some writing on stream is not terribly exciting. I realize that's not a very fun thing for people to watch. So I really should stick with drawing more so. I could maybe like end on writing. Pardon me, I hit my mic. Do I want to do some writing? I've got this script to work on. I've got the book to work on. The thing I have to work on in my book right now is also kind of terribly boring. If nothing else, it would give people like a sneak peek into the book, into chapter 16. You could probably creep the entire chapter if you wanted. Oh, nice, you're writing too. That's great to hear. Everything sucks. How's that going? Oh, I see. I see. Quite the project you've got on your hands there. You know, I got to give you some props too. I really struggle with writing while somebody is flapping their cardboard tongue around. Blah, 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 blah. I was trying to read earlier in a doctor's office, and they had the TV on. Some like morning Yutz fest. Oh, a visual novel, eh? Yeah, visual novels, kind of underappreciated. A lot of effort goes into those. I thought about making one of those once, but I might still. I might. All right, timer's going. I didn't make a decision. I think what I want to do is I want to open up a new file. Does this show on stream? No, it doesn't. Interesting. I'm going to open up a new file here. Bye-bye. Yes, I do want to save this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this doesn't have a thing yet. Okay, this is, this also doesn't appear on stream, which is kind of good. I'm still working. I promise everyone, I'm working. I'm working. I am so focused. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. Okay, and I need to save this one. This one's actually saved. That's great. Cool. So now we've got a new canvas. So let's do some sketching. I already did my warm-ups, but never hurts to draw a few circles. Limber up a little. So I need a thumbnail for the new series, for the new upcoming series. A whopping 2 votes. A whopping 2 votes, I think, by the time everything was said and done. Both of them were for an indie game, so I thought we'd play In Stars and Time. I tried it out once. I always wanted to play it, like really get into it, but life just kind of got in the way. So I'm thinking, How do I want to lay this out? Maybe I'll start a little small. What I had in mind, the main character has like a big I don't know if it's a wizard hat. It's got a big brim. They're not quite a witch. It's sort of like a what's that guy's name from Moomin? Sifrin? It's like a Sifrin hat. And yeah, very iconic. Honestly, if you can't tell why this game caught my eye based on what you know about my book and whatnot, then don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I thought I might even do a costume. I might even do a costume for the stream. I think it's going to be at least quite a few episodes, so it would be worth doing a costume for. Yeah, something like this. Just something pretty simple. The cool part about the game is it's 1-bit. I think that's what you call it. It's a 1-bit game, so it only uses black and white. Why are you yelling at me? Why are you yelling at me, Robin? I'm playing the game that you gave me. And you're mad? Why are you mad? Hobbyless behavior, IMO. Hey, by all means, if you've got suggestions for stuff you want to see, or even just like stuff that you think might be a fun game, especially if you're thoughtful about it, you know, you think I'd enjoy it. It's hard to describe what I envision because what I'm envisioning is just kind of like stylistic. So like the title would go there, and then we just have like an episode number here, and then ideally the stupid YouTube banner would go over here. Would I even have Junco, like, would I even have myself waving? That might be a bit much. I guess it depends on how big the logo is. I could even get real sassy with it. Go with the blep. Bleh. Bleh. It's hard to show that with this big collar. Yeah, hold on. Let me do this actual sized. So we'd probably want like character portrait here, and then the logo over here, and then episode number could probably be smaller. We could probably stuff that in this corner. And then you always got to remember that the YouTube junk basically eats up this side of the post. Mythic Ocean. Huh. I've never heard of that one. If I remember, I will look that up after the stream. You know what? Even I'm going to just open up my phone real quick. I'm definitely still streaming. I'm not foregoing my professional demeanor. I'm definitely not just typing this into my phone. I'm definitely not doing that just so I can minimize that tab and read it later. No. See, I'm drawing. Look, I'm drawing. I've been here the whole time drawing, right? I'll read that later. The 2 seconds I saw of the art it looked dreamy. It had a dreamy quality to it. Okay. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna do that. So, how big do I want to be? I didn't think about this. I'm probably gonna need some reference. What should I just draw the Wanderer? I mean, the Wanderer basically is Sifrin. Sifrin? No, Sifrin's the dude in the game, isn't it? Who am I thinking of? You know the guy. You know which dude I'm talking about, right? He's got a hat like this, and he's got like whoop. He's got pointy nose, and he's got like a scarf. Does he just wear the scarf? No, he's got like a scarf over his thing. And he has a tunic. And he's got stomping boots. And he hangs out with the Moomins. Right? Right? Right, chat? Snufkin! That's it! Yeah, that's Snufkin. The character, the protagonist from In Stars and Time, I believe their name is Sifrin. Which, now that I'm comparing the two, I wonder if that's intentional. I wonder if their names are meant to be kind of similar. Now in the trailer, in the like game art, I think they show Sifrin with like a big flowy cape because they're like falling or something. If I were smart, if I knew what I was doing, I would have looked for reference during the break. But no, I'm not smart. I am very, very, very silly. And I do not use my brain because there isn't one to use. Sometimes my nose looks like a Hershey kiss. Sometimes that's what I think about when I draw the nose. Looks like it could have a little tassel. And you could unwrap it all and hey, look, there's a chocolate in there. Yum, 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 yum. Unfortunately, my nose is drawn on my face. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think Sifrin just has a big knife. I think that's their thing, that they have a knife. They're like the rogue of the group. So I don't think this would go well with YouTube if I just drew myself holding a knife. I don't think that would make a great I'm probably gonna get banned just for putting it up there. Nope, that's not the tool I want. Come on, where are you? M. There we go. Getting my shortcut keys screwed up here. And also my weights. Oh no, something happened to my... Oh, because I'm on the wrong layer now. Okay, that explains it. Now I get it. Now I see it. I don't think copyright is copyrighted, but it is like how would you put it? It's like an openly recognized concept. you know, if you were to try to copyrighting, it would be like trying to copyright ideas, which I don't think would go well. I think you'd have a bad time doing that. And I have no idea what the logo is. I have no idea what it looks like. I should I should go get reference is what I should do. I'm gonna save this. Hold on, I'm saving it. I need to save it to my thumbnail folder. Give me a second. That goes under my channel, thumbnail, sci. Cool. In stars and time .sci 2. And I will come back to that in a moment. And I'm going to go ahead and remember that thing we were working on a minute ago? Remember this thing? Hey, I am fantastic at getting reference when I know what I'm doing. This was a very impromptu thing, okay? Okay? Alright, okay. This is just, we're throwing things at the wall here. We're here to have a good time, not to have a long time. Don't think about that too much. How many people try to copyright the Earth? Probably a lot. And I think if you look at most nation states today, one might say that they've all or are currently giving it a go. I don't know why this doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel like a good shape. There's such a delay. There's such a delay on my shortcuts because of the stream. Oh, it's probably because I'm running on together too. Oh, this poor laptop weren't made for streaming. Does this mic pick up my pen strokes as much as the other one? That was a thing with the other Mark. Mark? The other Mark? Yeah, y'all know Mark, right? Like Marco? Marco Polo? You've heard of that guy, right? That doesn't look right. Huh. Sometimes you just free ball a thing and it looks better than what you sketched. Meep moop, meep moop, meep moop, meep moop, meep moop. Meep. You gotta do that sometimes when you're drawing. Especially if you're drawing a character in kind of like a dancey pose. Can't tell you the amount of minutes. It's not a lot of minutes, but like minutes for sure. The amount of minutes that I've wasted making a little illustration dance. Something about this arm placement feels whack. See what I mean? This music's been going on for like over an hour. It's just calm. It's nice. It's a little inoffensive. I wish they'd add more to the game. I was playing on Together there basically every day for a few months after release. And like I knew it was going to happen. The updates just kind of dried up. So I fell off a little bit. And it is my own fault for being so capricious. I shouldn't take things for granted so much. That looks strangely wrong. Yeah, that's too... something like that. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I routinely play with JPEGs like they're dolls because I was born and raised on Tumblr.com, and it's our national cultural pastime. Playing with JPEGs. The thumb's a little stumpy. Now, rare legs, as we discussed, right? Legs, wow. Wow. Which is funny because easily my favorite part of any body is the legs. But, oh, are we almost out of time? Sheesh, we are. Something I've been kind of like humming and hawing about. I'm trying to consider. I've been trying to debate on the quality, the merit, that's a good word, the merit of how weird do I want the likes to be, I guess is what I'm going for. Do I want to just do like Saturday morning cartoon feats? And it's just all one unit. I think I kind of like that vibe. I think I kind of like the vibe. I'm not sure. Or do I want to like draw shoes? I think a nice pair of brogues would look smashing. I mean, I definitely know. I certainly know what leg wear I have on at this exact moment. It's not like I am totally just conceptualizing this idea on the fly. That would be ridiculous. I would never do that. I would never ruin the continuity of my canon on stream. That would be, no, I wouldn't do that. Don't forget to drink some water, take a break, stand up, do a little stretchy. And if you hear all of the popping and cracking of my, well, they're not bones, it's just the inside of me. It's like a synthesized bone. You know, I was trying to think about that today. Geez, what am I made of, you know? Cardboard, yes, definitely cardboard, and a sweater, and a nice shirt. But what about the rest of me? You know? What's this whole hand made out of? I don't know. What's under the box? I don't know. Who can say? Who can say for sure? I am absolutely overjoyed when I see the counter go up, and then the person just immediately leaves. Definitely can't handle how productive we're being. It's not a strong correlation, right? Like, what I'm trying to say is that I keep seeing it when we're on break. So I'm telling myself, well, it's just because we're not doing anything. You know, I'm not being exciting. But well, I forget where that thought was going. But like, yes, of course I would notice when we're on break because I'm not doing anything. I'm looking. Right? I am looking. I am perceiving. We've got about another hour left. Should I look for references now, or should I swap over to writing? Should I swap over to writing? I should save is what I should do. Thank you. Thank you, Sai. Or do I want to get some references? The thing is, I'm definitely going to be writing this evening, so it's not the end of the world if I don't do any writing right now. But I know they don't have to tell me. I know Robin wants to see the writing. I know Robin's a big goober and they want to see some writing. I think what I'm gonna do actually, this is like half work, so we'll just kind of do it right now. I'm gonna close that. You can't see, I think. I'm gonna pull up some reference. Did you hear me typing? Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. I'm gonna pull up some reference for In Stars and Time, and I'm just gonna plop it onto this canvas. That's usually what I do. Right, they've got an eye patch. They do have a very Snufkin looking hat. Chapeau. Chapeau. Thank you, DuckDuckGo, for automatically changing my search result to In Stars and Time 2023 video game developed by Insert Disc 5. Now everyone knows. Thanks. Which one of these do I want? I think this one looks small. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think I can just click and drag. No. But I can copy and paste. Heyo, there's a little Siffrin. There, you get a little sneak peek. They got an eye patch. I'm almost positive they have a little knife, but I'll probably exclude that. Like, what's holding their cloak together here? Is that just... Are those safety pins? Yeah, that's kind of the logo I've got to work with too. So that ought to do for now. That's like, I get that's one reference, but that is adequate for this stage. That's fine. How much writing am I realistically going to do at this juncture? I don't know. I don't know. I should probably do a little bit. Do I want to futz with this anymore? I don't think so. I don't think so. So give me a minute, everyone. You keep working. The timer is ticking. You keep working. I'm just going to go to the standby while I switch over to my writing and I get everything sorted. So give me a minute. You'll continue to hear the pestering of my voice. And also the music's still here, so that's pretty good. Okay. Close sigh. Everyone heave a great big sigh. Haha. Okay, move that over. Move OBS over. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I'm gonna open this. I wonder, was I still using OpenOffice the last time? I don't remember. Should I work on the script a little bit? I think yes. I think that's an okay spot to start. This will be the drawing warm-up. This is the drawing warm-up. Okay, so if I go here. Nope. What am I doing down here? I don't know why that happened. I should be locked in place. Is it because PNG Tuber has moved? Okay, well, let me try to rectify this. No, OBS, I need you on the other screen, sweetheart. Thank you. I dropped something. Sorry, everyone. I dropped something down here. I'm looking for it under the desk. Just give me a second. I'm looking for it. I dropped my pen. I dropped my stylus. Oh no! I dropped my stylus. I gotta pick it up. I gotta pick it up. Give me a sec. I don't know why this happened. This is all supposed to be locked. It isn't supposed to be able to move. And yet, here we are. Uh-oh. PNG tuber, are you okay, fam? Oh, because the whole layer is locked, right? So now I can grab this. And now I can move myself over here. I mean, I can get up. I can get up from picking up my stylus. Yes, exactly. Pixel by pixel. There we go. Ah, yeah, okay, yep, I grabbed the stylus. We're all good now, we're all good. Thanks for your patience, everyone. Yeah, hi, here's the script. Here's the script. I am now sitting in front of our little friends here, so let me move them over here. There. Yeah, I mean, you got it, right? You gotta wiggle yourself on over here to catch the stream. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Okay, anyway, so we got the script here. I think this is going to be painful, but I might trim it. Currently, the way I'm doing it is like I am trying to say a little bit about every ability and then where it is in the ranking system. And I had this little intermission part where I'm like, what do you mean we're only done 7? There's 56 of these things. So I don't know if the bit to the video will just be that my analysis of every copy ability gets shorter and less meaningful as it goes along. Okay. I think the people who are here were basically the ones who were here for the stream, right? When I ranked everything. So missiles. We got the missiles. This might be really hard. I'm going to have to concoct my ideas and also talk on a stream at the same time. What did I think of missiles? Is it going to date my video by saying I don't want to talk about missiles in the current climate of things? Probably. Shoom is a real sound effect. Don't critique me. Why is that face on? I am so sorry, everyone. I just love writing so much that I'm really, really happy about it. I actually don't even know how that it's on here. I didn't think that was part of my suite, but I guess it is. What a stupid looking face. I should just get rid of it. I don't like it. I'm looking forward to playing Ace Attorney this weekend. Trials and Tribulations, I remember, is one of my favorites. Although that being said, I probably remember it the least out of the trilogy. So I might end up just flubbing the whole thing. Enemies with an N, not an M, not 2 M's. Yeah, unfortunately, the part that I remember of those games is the like the major plot. The part that I would be best off forgetting. The parts that I forget are like the middle bits, you know? The second trial. Although when I think about it a lot, I remember the second trial pretty clearly. I have to get something else open here. This might be a little... Can I open it on my second monitor? I can't. What would I look for? Kirby? Kirby tier script? Kirby ability list? Is that what I want? I think so. Where does it open? Does it open on... It does open on this monitor. I'll just move that over here. It's out of your way. I don't remember where I ranked this. Oh, oops. One L too many. Do I need to say something? I just noticed that I need to make comment here that rock basically stays at the bottom of S tier. Ooh, hereafter. Oof. Henceforth. Oof. Those are both good words. Ooh, fan cases. I've never heard of that. I mean, I can see it. The Ace Attorney fandom? Fandom? Is that the word? Is pretty lively, even to this day. You know, it's been a long time since there's been a new game, but seems to me that there's always some sort of content out there. I'm trying to do like a bit within the bit, like as if this is what they're talking about at the planning department. This is what they're talking about at Nintendo R&D. You know, I guess I gotta zoom in for chat, right? It's probably annoying. Oh, that's too far. That's too far. Is that better? Yeah, just there. Fit, width, and height. Can I just do this one? Oh, that's so big. It's so big. I'm not that old. I don't need it to be this big. It's a lot easier for y'all to read, so. Um, I'm trying to keep an eye on chat, but this ability list that I have to keep open on the other screen is I can't put it anywhere that's not covering chat. I'm sorry, I missed something. So how should we design the combination of cutter and cutter? Oh, I've got an idea. What if we took cutter, you know, the face boomerang thing, yeah, and we made it even bigger? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, now you're cooking. And it's also slower and it's less useful than the original. You see what I'm getting at here? Now this is a script. This is probably how you should be writing the actual script. Do I even need to say anything after this? I don't think so. I think that's my review of Cutter. Yeah, I don't think I need to say much more than that. What would you call that? All the single ladies, of your single ability. Yeah, I'm trying to say of the original, you know, the soul, you know, when you only have one cutter ability. You really got to slip up to be worse, to be a worse version of, I'm just gonna write it like that. This is so big. The font's so big. Okay, burn. this one also went to C tier. Oops. Unwieldy. There we go, I just can't spell. Oh, did that, it did, didn't it? Hold on. Rearranging stuff got rid of this. Sorry, everyone. We still got another 5 minutes or so on our timer. I don't know how that closed, actually. Oh, probably because I was messing around with PNGTuber. Oops, oopsie, oops, and Robin didn't say anything about it. Typical Robin. Because they're not actually out here watching the stream. They're probably working hard on whatever task they've assigned themselves for the day. What did I call it? Big cutter. Sorry. I just choked a little. Boop, boop, boop. It's break time. Take a little break. Do a little dance. Take a little break. Get down tonight. I'm just going to do something so that I don't forget. I think I'm going to put Ultra Rock there so that it comes before Snowball. Because I basically want to say it's better than Rock. Yeah, yes, that is a line, by the way. That is a line, and I'm going to have to say it out loud. Okay, let me get rid of this ability list so that I can see chat. Why would I not want the timer on? Why would I not want the timer that is here for everyone? Why would I not want that on, Robin? Your logic doesn't make any sense. I'm afraid I'm going to have to cancel you. No, what I'm actually going to have to do is open up. Why did I open it there? Oh, okay, I moved it over. Here's the book. Hello. Hi, book. Nice to see you. Why are you typing there of all places? Well, that's silly. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing I'm going to work on next. Let me close this tier list thing. Okay, good. It did save. I also need some additional resources. You know what? No, I don't. I don't actually need additional resources for today. Typically, I'm just going to click here so that things. Typically, I keep my notes and my first draft open on my second monitor here. Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm sleepy. I didn't have... remember I said I usually have like 2 caffeinated beverages a day? I did not have a second caffeinated beverage today. And my first caffeinated beverage was very early in the morning. I didn't have a second caffeinated beverage because I didn't want to bother you, chat. Because I know how I am when I have caffeine, and I know how often I have to go to the washroom when I have consumed caffeine. So I'm just going to circumvent that. That's usually what I do on Saturday too, actually. I have decaf in the afternoon. What was I saying? My notes and stuff? Yes, but I don't need those. I don't need those today because our task presently, on top of this just being like a little spoiler, and it's a shame everything sucks left because they're going to miss out on this part. But Robin will enjoy it. The perk here is you're just going to get to see the book, I guess. You're going to get to see draft 2. I have shown draft 2 to basically no people. My writing circle got to read chapter 12, I think. But yeah, I'm going to be going through this chapter, and we're going to ignore all the 3s and the 1s and the 0s over there. That just happens when I use my notepad. Yes, after all these years of waiting, Robin, you get to read a little bit of chapter 16, which is one of your favorites, coincidentally. I did not plan this, but yeah. It's quite a bit different from the original. Sorry, to like finish my thought before the timer runs out here. What I need to do here, and I'm sure you've read the note. I can actually zoom in to how we were last time. There we go. So the thing with this chapter is it's musically, it's related to music. It's related to music, so I thought what would be a cool additive, a cool like narrative thematic thing is to incorporate. Oh, that just reminds me. Oh, I'm gonna need to have Firefox open too. Oh, it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be painful. I'm gonna move that before y'all see how many tabs I got. Yeah, a little sneak peek there. I probably maybe disappeared too. Can you just do that actually? Thanks. Where is it? I need my Wikipedia page. I need my Wikipedia page with all it's got music terms on it. It's got music terms. This is so annoying. I have so much crap open right now. This is just what it's like to write a book. Chat, I'm just gonna have to assume that everything is fine. So if it's not fine, I'm sorry. I cannot look at chat. I can probably look at chat. I just don't want to. Oh, Wikipedia is scalable media? Okay, actually, this is huge. Never mind. I can keep a little window open. That's great. Okay, so I'll just put this here. What was I saying? Something about what we're going to do here is I'm going to go through and I need to incorporate more music terminology. And I was doing this pretty fastidiously, but up until about the halfway point, I kind of just gave up. It struck me that trying to incorporate musical nomenclature was hampering the writing, so I thought, well, I'll just go back, and that's what I'm going to do now. So I can see there's a term here, ritornello, and I kind of just need to find where they fall off. I think it was right around there. Because essentially the bard starts griping a little bit. Yeah, I think... Oh no, there's another music term. Do I want to just reread the chapter and see... I think I'm going to start from the bottom. I know that's weird, but I think I'm going to start from the bottom and see if there's any musical terms I can kind of fudge in here. But then you can see I started doing it again, right? Like towards the end I was writing slower, I was being a little more thoughtful of it. I knew where I wanted things to go. I knew I had been forgetting, or not forgetting, but I had relented on adding these terms. Hum 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 hum. Robin's gonna be halfway into reading something and just screaming furiously as I scroll away. Errantly? Errant. Oh, you're just okay. You're not recognizing it as an adverb. Agitato, collando, sforzando. Mortaletto, con la voce. Comprimario. Oh, that's actually a Latin term. That's a plant. Brillante. Come compagna. Oh, here's a thing. Oops, did I really just keep writing? Didn't that fool of a professor mention something about an outrageously? I thought I rewrote that. Hold on, I actually need to zoom out a little bit. I need to consider these paragraphs side by side. For their appearance was more fascinating. Despite the pall, they practically beamed in such colorful raiment. Bordering on garish, their robes were festooned with fabulous layers, accents, ruffles, and spangles, which sparkled even amid the haze. Were this not an academy, and the figure not languishing, Teal may have mistook their polished shoes and regal attire for that of an aristocrat. Meow. An aristocrat. Don't sue me, Disney. Unable to see their face, for a cap, not quite as ponderous as her own, obscured their visage, she struggled putting an age to this being. Didn't that fool of a professor mention something about outrageously clad students? Maybe a third thing entirely. I thought I fixed this. I could have swore I fixed this. Conjured the shape of a fierce helmet in her mind. Yeah, was I just going to delete this line? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, chat. That's not good. That's not good, chat. Hey, chat, did you want to watch me write, or did you want to watch me stew over a possible continuity error? So this part here, right? My note here is correct. I thought while writing this segment that the fellow Teal meets in the chapter prior had called her a bard. And they did in the first draft, but they don't in the second draft. So I'm pretty sure I didn't go back and correct it. I think I like, but the difficulty here is some kind of minstrel or bard. How does she come to this conclusion? Does she just know what bards are? I guess she must. A minstrel or bard, like she knows what the word means. She got called a minstrel earlier. I think the poet has a line where they, because that's what I need to do. I need to like stitch an idea in here for Teal, because she wouldn't come to this conclusion at her own fruition. Then where is the bard moniker from? Where is the bard moniker from? I don't think it needs to be from anywhere. Huh. Yeah, I guess that's the thing I'm hung up on, is because she does need a frame of reference. So this is the chapter prior that I'm scrolling through now. The part she's referring to is kind of in here, right? In the original, the architect here calls her out on looking like a bard or something. And right in the version as it is now, the architect basically, they're much more logical in their approach, where they're like, oh, I don't think you're a student here. Teal goes, oh, no, I just look funny because I'm a foreign student. And then they persist in asking, okay, well, what are you doing with that banjo then? What are you doing with that funny guitar? And you're planning to sing your thesis with that absurd guitar you've got? And she mentions, yeah, she's the one who mentions the Academy of the Performing Arts. The illustrious Academy of Performing Arts, the APA. Yeah, so neither of them mention a bard. The only thing I have to go on here is that in this chapter here, chapter 14, where she's talking to the poet definitely insults her. And it's in one of their initial... they don't meet, per se. It's in here, right? Essentially, they're reciting poetry, and Teal's just trying to relax. Teal, this is like one of the first times Teal sat down in a long time. And this total D-bag walks in and just insists on reciting their poetry. And like, nobody likes it. They're being loud. They're disturbing the peace when clearly they were uninvited. So Teal's like, all right, I'm fed up. So she stands up. She kind of like, she tells him to go pound salt. Such boorish behavior from one who, compelled to read aloud their composition, fails to read the room. Where is it? I thought it was in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I bet you're one of those musicians from the Academy of Performing Arts. I could just... There. Problem solved. I just need to change the words, right? Bard, right? So-called bards, right? Now she's got her moniker. Now it makes way more sense that she is referring to this individual as a bard. Right? Because a bard has a much more clear meaning. So, saying that, I need to correct this. Where was it? Patter, 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 patter. Further on. Right. So I think I can just delete this. Struggled in putting an age to this being. Regardless, the ruffled plumage of the cap caught her green eyes. Dwelling on it sent a pang through her head, conjured the shape of a fierce helmet in mind. With a little more visceral, drove a splinter through her head. Conjured the shape of a fierce helmet in her mind. A long feather of some grand blue avian jet from its top. It bobbed whenever its wearer marched, whirled when they spun, but the helmet itself, the owner of the helmet, neither were... Wait, Teal interrupted herself. What was that foolish professor insinuated earlier? They assumed I was a musician because of my guitar? And my lack of uniform? See, okay, yes, see, this is where the logic, I was like, how do I twist that part and make it relevant? I'm also cutting off her thoughts here so she doesn't dwell on them. They assumed I was a musician because of my guitar and my lack of uniform. She furtively scanned the figure from her perch. Furtively scanned the figure from her perch across the way, pressed a glove to her lips in concentration. No uniform. And that in their arms must be an instrument. That might mean that they're a student from that academy of whatever, which would make them some kind of minstrel or bard. And then we have this fun little gag here where they just obviously address her because Teal's trying to hide, but she has a gigantic hat on. And then she tries to hide again, despite very clearly being caught. Now the thing is, have I been using... Yes, I have. Pesante, lentando, affrettando, divisi. Mordant? 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 Huh, where did I get that word from? And mordant? On mordant? Has she... She'd close her eyes to listen carefully. Is she to heed? Is she to heed? What? What? Proofreading, am I right? What does this mean? Is she to heed? I straight up do not remember what mordant means. In music, a mordant is an ornament indicating that the note to be played with a single rapid alternation with a note above or below. Oh. So it should be a mordant. Great. Is she to heed? What did I mean by that? She gave heed? I have no idea what I meant by this. Rapid splatter beat and let it fall away in focus. I'm just gonna... She gave... Hey, not there. Not there either. I don't need a header. Got one right here. Six-sided and everything. I'm looking for something here that conveys like a sharp cry. A falsetto? A falsetto? That might actually be quite perfectly here. Yeah, falsetto. Just swap that out. I don't need particularly there. An aggrieved falsetto from afar. Sorry, I guess I fixed that issue. I can zoom in again. God, have I really just been bumbling? I've fixed like 2 things. And we're already down to the last 5 minutes. Okay. I can't tell. It sounds like there's a frog outside my window. How did a frog get into the void? There's this funny little bit in here where she jumps to conclusions. I don't know if I'm sure everyone has thoughts like these where they're like, oh no, a bad thing happened. But what if it was the worst thing imaginable? What if that noise I sound is actually somebody who's dead and I'm standing here doing nothing? So she runs over, but like also in her anxiety, she's like, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm scared. I don't want to just rush into things. I better check it out first. You know, just being completely rational. And then she does see, she looks, but when she looks, she's so captivated by the fountain at the middle of this garden that she completely forgets why she was running over here in the first place. Is there a term that means flowing? Sorry, I just thought of something. Oh, it's sorry. We were actually much closer to where I thought we were. I want to include a term here, the Italian term for musician. Where was the This is it, by the way. This is what I do when I'm writing. A lot of it is just referencing stuff and then putting like maybe a few words down and then crying. Oh, hey, well, we did it. Good job, everyone. I'm just going to further alter this because I can say falsetto. I think in Italian the adjectives come afterwards. So I want to say furioso. 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 Not to be confused with furiosa. It's furioso, not furiosa. Shouldn't be quoting that wretched IP. Yep, everyone, that's it. We did it. That's yep. Congratulations. We're the best at getting things done, and by the best at getting things done, I mean I'm going to be at this for hours. I'm going to be at this for hours, everyone. You need not be too concerned. We've got a bit of a break here, but it's just Robin. It's just Robin and I here at the end. I don't think there's going to be like a little question period. Maybe one day. Maybe one day when there's like people here. Yeah, my job is to go through all this crap and think. Right, I'm drafting a draft here. That's why this has been so slow, because I have to go through this and think and read and inquire, and I didn't swap my little activity. I could have been writing this whole time. Could have been writing on my laptop. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I have to go through this all and consider what it is that I'm doing and how I can do it better, because I want to include some musical terms. So maybe I'll do that one day. Is there any merit in prolonging the stream past this point? That little noise, I believe, was my headset. I don't know if it was picked up. I apologize if you heard it. My headset sometimes just makes noises. I don't know what they mean. Do we have anything? Is there any other closing remarks? Robin, do you have any questions? It's just you and I here. It's just good old moderator Robin. I don't have anything pressing I want to say. I mean, I'll see you all on Wednesday, or it is Wednesday. I'll see you all on the weekend. No, you can't have draft 2. Thank you for the question. It was a lovely question. You can't have it. Draft 2 is probably only going to be read by a small team of beta readers, and also one sensitivity reader. Maybe 2. I don't know. I can't afford very much, so anything that I can get done for free will be done for free. And then after the beta readers are done, it's going to go to draft 3, and draft 3 is basically going to be tightening everything up. I don't think you can't be the sensitivity reader, Robin. Thanks for coming out, but you are not, and nor can you speak Chinese. You are a bird. You are birdies. Yeah, draft 2 is going to be a lot. Sorry, draft 3 is going to be a lot of revision. Whereas draft 2 has been a lot of editing. That makes sense. A lot of like changing things and thinking about how to portray them better. I hope that draft 3 is just like tightening things up, making everything punchier, maybe some corrections here and there, you know, like filling in plot holes, so to speak. But draft 3 shouldn't be as intensive as draft 2, I hope. And then draft 3 is going to go to maybe like a professional editor. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I'm on break now. I'm just pontificating. Mostly just for Robin. You know, anybody who watches the VOD, whatever, I'm talking to Robin right now. Get off my back. Yeah, draft 3 is probably going to go to an editor. And then after that, it's pretty solid. I don't know. There's some resources too that I've seen that like maybe I would take draft 3 and post it to a resource like the Blacklist, which will kind of like professionally vet a work and kind of give it a rating. So I might do that, but like at that point, I don't know. I don't know if I would really be changing very much. So I don't know if that process would really even be worth it, other than getting some exposure. But that's probably in there somewhere, like just getting somebody to vet the work. And then, yeah, get it to an editor, and then once it's good, I don't know. Maybe it'll get published. I don't know. I can't even really say that with much confidence. Isn't that sad? It'll be done. I hope to publish it. I'm going to print some copies for sure. Certainly it will be printed. I don't know to what extent. And quite likely... I can see Robin pestering me in the chat, and like, Robin, you're gonna get a copy of the book. Don't worry. Just don't at me. You can't read draft 2, Robin, because you are not a good critic. You just don't have you don't have scathing commentary to provide me. But you will get a copy of the book, and so will pretty much everybody who wants one. I am not good at business, nor do I want to be. In an ideal scenario, there's a lot of traction for a crowd-funded version, you know, like people are willing to crowdfund, and I can get people the copies that they want right off the hop, and then like I can kind of like print on demand after that. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm probably gonna self-publish and try to like peddle the book at markets. I don't even know. Once again, that this could be a thing where like I put it up on the blacklist and maybe it gets picked up by something. I don't think I want to sell the rights to a publisher because I hate that idea. So I don't know. I would like to retain full creative rights over my work because I'm a pretentious snob. But hey, you know what? That's a story for another time of how much of a pretentious snob I am. I've been yapping my Bippy off. Not this Bippy, the other Bippy. This one over here. And that's the end of the stream. We've been working for about 2.5 hours. I've been sitting here for 6 minutes, maybe more. 8, 9. How do I do math? I don't know. I've been sitting here for too long. Just yapping my flaps off. Thank you, Robin. That's a good one. And I should really just like shut up and get on with it. Trying not to make fun of Robin. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the stream, everyone. Hopefully you got some work done. This might be... I know we don't do Work With Me Wednesdays too often. Maybe I should do it more often. I don't really get a lot of feedback on these streams, so like... I can't tell. I can't tell if people enjoy this. I don't think they do based on the viewer count. I enjoy it. And hey, everything sucks enjoyed it, so that's another big plus in my books. Thanks for coming, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. We will be streaming this weekend. We'll be playing more Phoenix Wright, and hopefully by next week I have the thumbnail done for the next series we're going to play in Stars and Time and Indie RPG. So look forward to that. And until I see y'all next week. Oh, I don't have the fancy outro for this stream either. So this is just going to be a bye, and then I sit here awkwardly for a little while to give buffer for the stream. So what was I saying? Yeah, join us next week. See how everything goes. We're starting the third Phoenix Wright game. And until I see you then, everyone, I'll bid you a fond farewell for now. And I'll offer you one final bye-bye. 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 All right, this is the last one. Okay, bye-bye.